Looking at this free kick, it clearly portrays what Maresca has been doing at Chelsea. Look at the position of Reece James and Cole Palmer. Look at how Reece James manages to whip the ball so close into the corridor of uncertainty that actually makes it so impossible for AC Milan to defend. And look at how Chelsea players attack that position. And this just showcases one of the areas that Chelsea have really improved. Now, Chelsea's 4-1 victory over AC Milan is a clear statement of intent of how Chelsea have come of age under Enzo Maresca as Maresca enters his phase 2 of the project. Chelsea maintain a strong 6-victory winning streak in all competitions that they have participated in. In the last 19 games, they have lost to 17, and that were games where they got a red card. And this just showcases what Maresca has managed to change in this team. The mentality of the players, the mentality of the manager, their tactics, and most importantly, what Maresca is preparing for next season. If you're new in this channel, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and like this video. Enzo Maresca has already proven to the fans that he's a manager who's capable of winning. And he has also prepared something quite interesting for next season. Maresca going further to say that this season they are not the favorites, but they will compete for everything. And why is Maresca so confident? Now, Maresca lined up Chelsea in a 4-2-3-1 structure. Now, one area that we are seeing is the way Chelsea are looking to build up. And we are seeing Maresca actually altering his philosophy of football by looking to draw opponents to press Chelsea's players, and looking to force the opponents to commit more players by even having Cole Palmer dropping so deep during build-up, trying to attract an opposition centre-back and trying to create that 1v1 in the wide area. Their main aim is to create that space and have João Pedro isolated with a centre-back. And that is something that even Liam Delap was tasked with against PSG. Look at this pass from Sanchez. Look at this situation here. João Pedro has been isolated 1v1 with the centre-back. And João Pedro, using his trickery, is able to beat the centre-back. And now the centre-back has no option than actually pulling him down. Now, in a Premier League game or a Champions League game, a player might not attempt such a pass because it is a clear denial of a goal-scoring opportunity and it will be a straight red. So, if it is in the Premier League, then he probably scores that goal because you can see the run that he actually made. You see, Chelsea are looking to build from the back to try and draw AC Milan to press them. But their main aim is to create that space so that when Sanchez is able to launch that ball forward, he can be able to isolate João Pedro in a 1v1 situation with the centre-back. And that is what actually happens. The ball is played long. João Pedro is isolated in a 1v1 situation. He's able to beat the centre-back. And if João Pedro is able to beat the centre-back, in this situation, João Pedro can find himself 1v1 with the goalkeeper. But the centre-back pulls João Pedro deep before he controls the ball. And this actually warrants the red card that AC Milan actually get. And this all started with the way Chelsea were looking to build up. Now, why is this so important? Maresca wants Chelsea to be so dangerous that opposition teams will not be looking to actually press Chelsea high. Because if they dare press Chelsea high, then Chelsea have that out ball, that threat where they can launch the ball high up the pitch, have their forwards making runs, and actually isolate themselves in 1v1 situations. And now this leaves me on to the second point. Now, the way Chelsea are looking to break down deep settled blocks, which I also find quite interesting. You see, Maresca in this game made some tactical changes. He moved Fernandes towards the right and pushed Palmer towards the left, and he looked to invert Cucurella into that midfield, starting Chalobah as a left-sided centre-back. Now, in this scenario, what Maresca wanted to achieve was that 3-2-2-3 structure. Now, you can see here, Chelsea are looking to build from the back. Look at the position of Sanchez, the position of Tosin, the position of Chalobah. And look at the position of Caicedo, Palmer, Cucurella, and Reece James. And you can notice one thing, Cucurella has come in field while Reece James has stayed out. Fernandes, who was higher up, drops deep to receive the ball directly from Moises Caicedo. Once he's able to receive this ball, he plays the ball back to Caicedo, and now Caicedo is free now to actually play the ball to Reece James because the space in the wide area has been opened. But Caicedo does not play the ball to Reece James. He plays the ball directly for Pedro Neto, who's now isolated 1v1. And what you notice is that the main aim that Chelsea are trying to do is that they're trying to constantly have players playing in between the lines. And under Maresca's system, he wanted to have his wide players playing in their opposite form. Maybe a right-footed left winger and a left-footed right winger. And then he used Palma to play down the left so that he can offer that left foot attacking balance down the left, while Fernandes offered the right foot attacking balance down the right, where Palma could look to make runs down the left and cross from that position, or allow Jamie Gittens to dribble in field while Cole Palmer trying to overlap him. And this will be aided even down the right hand flank, where Neto will receive the ball with his stronger right foot, while Enzo Fernandez will be making that diagonal run, looking to drag the opposition centre back out of position. And because Neto will be drawing a fullback, João Pedro will be so free that Neto can actually whip in across around that area, expecting that João Pedro is going to do something about it. And that is what happened. Look at now, Chelsea are looking to attack and they are moving towards the right. So Reece James here has the ball. Now once Reece James has the ball, he plays the ball onto Pedro Neto. Neto has the ball and is running with the ball. And look at the number of players that Chelsea have in attack. They have as many as 5 players who are looking to attack in this scenario. Neto has the ball, he receives the ball, and look at now the positions of Chelsea's attacking players. Enzo has looked to make a run outwards, while Pedro Neto can spot the place where he wants to play the ball. The center back is looking at Enzo Fernandez, and Neto can actually ghost. Pedro can actually ghost behind the center back and head the ball. And that is clear, intricate movement that you have seen there. Here, look at this angle here. Neto has the ball. Look at the position of the fullback and the inside forward. And look at the position of the center back who was ball watching, Tomori. Tomori was ball watching, and Pedro had the opportunity to sneak behind Tomori and actually head the ball into goal. And that is some of the dynamics that Chelsea are looking to do. And this credit needs to go to João Pedro, because the way he's able to read the ball inside the box is quite unique and quite phenomenal. Now, let us look at how AC Milan actually went a man down. Once they went a man down, what you notice is that now Chelsea were playing in that 4-4-1 structure. Now, in that 4-4-1 structure, what Chelsea were trying to do is that they were trying, what AC Milan were trying to do is that they were trying to limit central progression for Chelsea. And Chelsea adapted by actually moving into that diamond, by having now Marco Cucurella moving on to that left side to try and link up with Jamie Gittens, while Cole Palmer was given the second striker role to play in behind João Pedro, looking to try and create problems together with João Pedro. João Pedro sometimes will drag a center back away, while Cucurella will occupy the space between the center back and the fullback, opening up central channels where Palmer would receive the ball. And I want to show you that instant. Look at this position. Palmer is on the left, Fernandes is on the right. Palmer plays a quick diagonal ball onto Pedro Neto to shift the play from left to right. And once he's able to play this ball to shift the ball from right to left, Neto is receiving the ball, and look at how Chelsea are looking to attack. Fernandes is occupying the space between the center back and the full back. Look at how João Pedro is looking to make that run. Now, the position that João Pedro is making is actually going to create problems for AC Milan, because he's going to make that run occupying a center back. And look at Cole Palmer. He's trying to make a dummy run, like he's trying to go and occupy that position, but not the case. So João Pedro looks to make that run, trying to occupy that position to head the goal, but Palmer notices that João Pedro is going there and chooses to go to the different direction. And you can just see, if Palmer got his touch quite well, Chelsea would have scored this goal. And this all comes from how João Pedro looks to run. João Pedro makes that run into that space, and then that drags the center back out of position who's trying to stop Joao Pedro, and it's actually opening up space for Cole Palmer, because this goal does not happen without the movement of Joao Pedro, and that's why Joao Pedro is actually elevating the game of this Chelsea team. Chelsea were also finding themselves in problems when they were looking to defend. There's this instant in the game where Chelsea were looking to defend with a back four. Now, Tosin had stepped out to actually press the opposition. And here you see a problem. Reece James did not look to cover, and Fernandes was not so quick to cover for Tosin, who had stepped out. So AC Milan are able to play that ball in the space vacated by Tosin, and in this case, Robert Sanchez had to do his job and actually save Chelsea. Now, what am I saying? What I'm saying is that Enzo Maresca has managed to actually create something that is able to give Chelsea that strength when it comes to the attack. And the signing of Joao Pedro is just something of what I can say is a remarkable signing, because his movement in the box is helping Chelsea to break down teams that look to sit deeper. And his movement when Chelsea are being pressed with a high block is also making Chelsea so difficult to actually press, because he is an outlet with the balls over the top. Now, in my opinion, I think Maresca is actually evolving his tactics and is looking to make a stronger Chelsea next season. And what is your prediction for Chelsea next season? If you really want to get my understanding, I've done a video where I'm explaining 5 reasons why I think Chelsea are going to win the Premier League. Check this video down below. Thanks for watching.